Recently I was in a Michael's purchasing some supplies for a crafting job, and the checkout guy said, "Oh my gosh, now this is getting crazy. This morning, Oscar Nunez came in here, then Steve Carell, and now you? What, do you guys all live here?
We love crafting.
We love crafting.
And we're all here.
We're all I guess we all live around this one Michael's crafting store."
Yeah.
I texted Steve and I said, "Steve, the checkout guy at Michael's told me you were buying some crafting supplies today." And he said, "Oh yes, I needed some glue sticks." And he sort of told me what he needed. He's like, "What were you there for?"
I'm so excited, Jenna.
I'm so excited. I'm a little bit freaking out.
I'm freaking out. We hope you guys like it.
We have been working really hard. This is a dream we've had for years of getting to work together again.
Yes.
Because we became best friends while working on The Office together.
We did. We ate lunch together every single day.
Every single day. And I think the hardest part for me about the show ending was not getting to see you every day, Angela.
Me too.
It is so special to get to work with your best friend every day.
Yes.
What a gift.
That was the thing. Steve Carell told us, and I just love this moment so much. He said to Jenna and I, no matter what happens with the show, this is what you two will take from it.
Yeah.
And he was so right.
It's true. All right, so let's get started.
We're
going to talk about the pilot. This is season 1, episode 1. This episode is written by Ricky Gervais, Stephen Merchant, and Greg Daniels, and directed by Ken Kwapis. Let's start with a synopsis.
I think that's a good place to start.
Great. All right. So in this episode, we're going to meet the employees of Dunder Mifflin Paper Company as introduced by their manager, Michael Scott.
This is just a normal day at an ordinary workplace, just people living their lives.
I think for each episode, we should have something called Fast Facts.
What is a fast fact?
Okay, stay with me here. A fast fact is a fact about that episode, and then we talk about it. Here's an example of a fast fact.
Okay.
The show The Office is actually an adaptation of a British show of the same name, The Office.
That's right. It was called The Office. It was written by Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant.
I remember sitting and getting to have lunch with Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
And I remember Ricky saying something in that lunch that was really important. He said, in England, you can be really, really bad at your job for a long time and you never get fired. He's like, in America, that's going to frustrate people. So my one piece of advice is that Michael can be a buffoon. He can be silly. He can be irritating. But he said that you show glimpses of him actually being a good salesperson. And we do that throughout the show. And Stephen Merchant said, my piece of advice would be to lean a little bit more into the Jim and Pam relationship. He said,
he knew the heart of it.
He said, that's really going to be the heart of your show. All right, here is my last fast fact for this episode.
Okay.
Meredith is not Meredith.
She is not. She is Henriette. It's Henriette.
Yes, Meredith is played by Henriette Mantel in the pilot episode, not Kate Flannery.
Here is my fast fact. Kate Flannery and I met years before The Office. We were in a all-female improv group called Bitch Planet. Woohoo!
Aw, Bitch Planet.
Sunday nights at 10 p.m. That's when you want to...
It's exactly when you want your comedy.
That's when you want to watch improv. Kate and I had known each other for a really long time. And also, Oscar Nunez and I did a sketch comedy show together called Hot Towel.
Where do you get these names, Angela? I remember my first impression of Rainn Wilson.
Tell me.
Well, I met Rainn Wilson at a live test audition, and he was in character, but I couldn't really know that because I didn't know Rainn yet. And I thought he was the weirdest person I'd ever met in my life.
Wait, he was in character the whole time?
Yeah.
That first week of filming, Rainn introduced me to his wife. She was pregnant at the time with their son.
Yes.
And he said, "This is my wife, Holly, bearer of my seed." And I was like, what? And she started laughing. But that was just Rainn being Rainn.
That's Rainn. I think this is an interesting tidbit. Phyllis Smith, who plays Phyllis on the show, she was the casting associate for The Office. And Ken Kwapis, the director, was so taken with how she did her readings with the actors.
She's so earnest, you guys. She is so earnest.
And so real that he said to Greg Daniels, I want her on the show. And so Phyllis went from being a casting associate, which she had done for years with Allison Jones, the casting director, to having a part on this pilot. And I think because we all thought the show was going nowhere, it was fine. And after the pilot was over, she went back to being a casting associate.
She went right back to work. She had an amazing photo on her desk because Ken Quapis wanted us to personalize our desk for the pilot episode and moving forward. So we all brought in something from home. I have a photo of myself and my grandmother and a frame that says, "I heart grandma." And my eyes are closed in the photo, but my grandmother framed it anyway. And so I have that on my desk, and it just kind of like tickled me and made me think of my grandmother.
I had a picture of me and my sister swimming in Lake of the Ozarks.
Yes, and Phyllis had a picture of herself in her full burlesque outfit with a red feather boa draped over her shoulders. I think we should talk about some of our favorite moments, Jenna.
Yes.
Well, here's one of the things I loved about the pilot is that Michael is clearly thrilled that the camera people are there.
Oh.
He is so excited.
He could not have signed up for this faster.
I mean, he jumped at the chance at this, and he thinks he is one of the world's best comedians.
Oh, yeah.
In the world.
Well,
he is one of the funniest people in the world.
He has that amazing talking head where he talks about who his heroes are.
Yes.
And they are Bob Hope,
Abraham Lincoln,
Bono,
and God. Probably. He said probably.
Probably God. And here's a little tidbit. Steve wrote that.
He did?
Yes.
Oh my God, I love that. I didn't know that.
Yeah, Greg asked him, would you mind writing a list of who you believe are Michael Scott's heroes?
Oh, so brilliant.
Bob Hope made it in.
Yes.
Something we haven't mentioned is the flirtation between Jim and Pam in this episode. Little things.
What did I write on my pink note card, Jenna?
Mixed berries.
In quotes. He's on to me.
Yeah.
That is one of the cutest things. It is so pure.
It is.
Like that's flirting for them that he knows your favorite yogurt.
So another really cute flirty moment between Jim and Pam after the conference room scene where we all find out there's going to be downsizing. The camera cuts to different groups of people talking about downsizing. Mm-hmm. But when it cuts to Jim and Pam, we are not talking about downsizing.
What are you guys talking about?
We are talking about your cat party. Oh! Do you remember this?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
So Ken said, listen, I'm just going to roll the camera. You two just talk to each other. Mm-hmm. Make each other laugh.
And so here's something you should know is that earlier in the scene, Ken had asked me if I would pass out papers in the background.
Yeah.
And I had just doodled a little drawing of a cat. And I said, you're invited to Sprinkle's birthday party. I just sort of made up that my character had found a cat in the parking lot. I don't know. I was just sort of bored. And
we all made up backstories.
Yeah.
I
just made up backstory that my character had found this cat in the parking lot.
But I think it's really significant because you, in your character actory prep work, decided that your character was a crazy cat lady.
But I drew this cat and I wrote, you're invited to Sprinkle's birthday party in the parking lot.
And you gave it to me.
I handed it to you.
I remember.
Earlier.
And it was weird. I remember getting it in the background of the scene and thinking, I don't know what this is. But I stuck it to my computer monitor.
Yeah, it was on a Post-it and you stuck it to your computer.
So when Ken Quapis asked me to talk to John about anything, to do this scene, just talk to each other, I noticed that Post-it note. And I said, are you going to go something like, I can't remember.
Angela's cat party
on Sunday? And he's
like, oh no, it's ridiculous.
Like, no, definitely not. And then we giggle. Mm-hmm. And that is the bit that they left in the episode.
And that's the birth of Sprinkles.
That was the birth of Sprinkles. Mm-hmm. All right. So the last sort of thing I think we need to talk about is this big prank on Pam, quote unquote, the scene where Michael fake fires her.
Well, he's so excited because Jim has had a very successful prank. And Michael he wants to be in the spotlight. He wants to be the funny guy.
So he's going to show off for Ryan the temp and he's going to fake fire Pam. And it, of course, goes horribly wrong and she ends up in tears.
Jenna, you were so brilliant because you brought such a vulnerability to Pam that even though this job sucks and she hates it, she needs it. She needs this crappy job.
Yeah.
And you really felt her in that moment. My heart broke for her.
So the end of this episode, Pam is been crying and Jim wants to cheer her up. So he puts Michael's world's best boss mug in Jell-O. Mm-hmm. That was all Greg Daniels' idea. Mm-hmm. And I think it's such a sweet way to end the show.
Yeah.
And that's the last shot.
Oh my God, Jenna.
That's it.
We just did it.
We did it.
I just thank you guys so much. And just know how much it means to us that this show that is so special to us keeps finding an audience. It just really means the world to us.
It's changed our lives.
Forever.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you. Thank you, guys.